Friends, today I am going to discuss about a Hamiltonian of an electron due to magnetic field and the state of an electron in the magnetic field and its variation, how it vary with time. And I will also discuss about the mm, expectation value of spin vector along x and y component when magnetic field is varied along z direction. And at last I will discuss about the energy eigenvalue. By using time independent Schrodinger wave equation. So let's enter into the topic of today. Okay, first I will discuss about the Hamiltonian of an electron due to magnetic field. You can see here. Let us consider an electron placed in a uniform magnetic field in z direction. Then the expression of Hamiltonian is simply we know that the for conservative field or when the potential is independent of velocity. In such condition, Hamiltonian is simply the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy of the system. But now we are going to deal about the condition where we are applying a uniform magnetic field in the z direction. So in such case, the kinetic energy and potential energy are given by the above expression. You can see here the kinetic energy is given by P minus E by C A whole square upon 2m. Means in this case the momentum would be P minus E by C A, where E is the charge of electron, C is the speed of light, and A is the magnetic vector potential. Okay, and this second term or this term will provide the potential energy minus E phi. So, okay, here I have discussed the same thing where A is the magnetic vector potential minus E phi is the potential energy. So if we split this by using the property of dot product, then I will or we will get what we will get H equal to minus h cut square del square upon 2m. Means in place of P we have put minus I h cut del. Okay, that we already know, so I have put that. So in first case there would be P into P means P square means minus I h cut del whole square means minus square would be plus, but there is I, so the square of I, that is my I square equal to minus 1. So here the sign would be minus, and h square and del square divide by this 2m as it is 2m plus here P, and then P in place of P we have to put minus IH cut del. So minus IH cut del and minus E by CA means minus into minus plus IEH cut A dot del. One time there would be A dot del and another time there would be del dot A. But for uni and other is same, E square upon A square upon C square 2m as it is minus E phi. You can operate this and look, but our field magnetic field is uniform. So in case of uniform magnetic field, del dot A would be 0. This term would be 0. Since del dot A equal to 0 for uniform magnetic field, so the third term of the above equation would vanish. Means this term would be vanished, and our equation would be so the above equation becomes H equal to minus h cut square del square upon 2m plus I h cut A dot del divided by 2mc plus E square upon A square divided by 2mc square minus E phi. Our third term have been vanished, and then here this component, what component is there, I have written this here. The first term represents the kinetic energy, p square by 2m. It seems like p square by 2m in general case, so it will represent the kinetic energy. And this second term minus plus I e h got a dot del upon 2mc, and this is the component of Hamiltonian due to the application of magnetic field, or we can say this is the component of Hamiltonian due to magnetic moment. We can say that by using this second term we will calculate the magnetic moment. Okay, this term would be used in the calculation of magnetic moment. And this third term is e square a square upon 2mc square. This term arises due to the self energy. This will give self energy. And the last term is potential energy, as we have discussed already. So here the same thing is written. The first term represents kinetic energy, second term represents Hamiltonian of an electron due to the presence of magnetic field. Likewise, the third term represents the self energy, and the last term represents the potential energy. Okay, but in this case we are going to discuss about the Hamiltonian due to magnetic field. So okay, our concern is to determine the effect of magnetic moment on the state of an electron due to magnetic field. Or we are going to find the, first of all we will find the Hamiltonian due to the presence of magnetic field. So we will treat this second term by applying one state. Okay, some state we will apply. So I e got a dot del upon 2mc. This psi is state function, any arbitrary state. So other we have put same in place of. Here what we have done, for this a equal to 1 by 2, this magnetic vector potential equal to 1 by 2 b cross r we can put. So we have put same there. 1 by 2 b cross r means here is 2, so it will become 4. Other I has got as it is b cross r dot del. Other all thing is same. Here we have put only a equal to 1 by 2 b cross r. And again here we can write, for this a dot b we can write b dot a also. Here we have done that. I has got as it is. For this dot this we can write this dot it. That is same. Okay, in another step what we have done, we have used scalar triple product. Scalar triple product, we have one rule, a dot b cross c equal to what we have, minus c dot b cross a. That rule is with us. We have used that. First of all we have, for that b cross r, while exchanging b and r we have to put minus sign front side. That we have done in this line. Look here, there is b cross r, we have made r cross b and then added minus sign in the beginning. Here is b cross r, but here is no minus, but we have made r cross b, so we have to add minus sign in the beginning. And here is a dot b cross c. So by using scalar triple product we can write, what we can write means b dot r cross del. B dot r cross del we can write, and here would be minus, and I h cut minus I h cut have gone inside, minus I h cut del have become p. P is equal to minus I h cut del. So this term became, by applying scalar triple product. Okay, scalar triple product you can watch that is equal to minus as it is e as it is, b also as it is, r cross p means r cross p, this is linear momentum and this is radial vector. So r cross p will give us angular momentum. So this is all angular momentum, angular orbital momentum or angular momentum. Other all things are same here. So minus as it is, this e l divided by 4mc will be mu l. This is magnetic moment due to orbital motion. E l divided by 4mc equal to mu l. So we have put this here, and b as it is, and there is dot product in the middle. This dot product, here is dot product. So since now we have begin from this psi and we have reached to this, so we will take this to the left hand side, then this minus will become plus, and this psi as it is equal to 0 since the state never vanishes. We have considered this ket psi as any arbitrary ket. Since the arbitrary ket will never vanish, we have to have this coefficient of this ket should be equal to 0, or this equal to this plus goes to another side becomes minus. Okay, this was the Hamiltonian, or not? Hamiltonian due to the presence of, sorry, energy term due to the presence of magnetic field was this, or this was the component of Hamiltonian due to the presence of magnetic field. So we have found the expression for that. This is in case of orbital motion. Okay, and likewise for spin motion or intrinsic, in terms of intrinsic angular momentum also we can, intrinsic magnetic moment also we can write the this expression. Okay, so here we what we found, which is the required expression for the Hamiltonian of an electron due to the presence of uniform magnetic field along z direction. कुनै पनि एउटा जेड डिरेक्सनमा युनिफर्म म्याग्नेटिक फिल्ड एप्लाई गर्दा चाहिँ कस्तो खालको हेमिल्टोनियन हुने रहेछ भन्दा माइनस म्युएल बी टाइपको हुने रहेछ, त्यही हामीले यहाँ पत्ता लगायौँ. दिस हेमिल्टोनियन इज ड्यू टु अर्बिटल म्याग्नेटिक मुभमेन्ट. दिस म्युएल इज orbital. We have considered orbital motion in this case. Likewise, similarly, Hamiltonian of an electron due to intrinsic magnetic moment is given by, but in quantum mechanics we will deal the every that large size measurement with the spin or with the quantum states or quantum level. So we will consider about intrinsic magnetic moment. Okay, so we will also assume that the Hamiltonian due to intrinsic magnetic field, effect of magnetic field in the intrinsic motion or spin motion would also be similar to the orbital motion. So we will consider the Hamiltonian for such case equal to minus mu s dot b. Okay, this is similar to this equation, a minus mu l b for orbital magnetic moment. Similarly, for intrinsic magnetic moment we have considered minus mu s dot b, where mu s equal to, their mu l was el divided by 4 mc, but in case of mu s we have to assume es divided by 2 mc, and this another one, this multiplication factor g should be introduced here, where this g is called Landé splitting factor, other b as it is. This Landé splitting factor is 1 for orbital motion, and that splitting Landé splitting factor is 2 for spin motion. We have to consider this. Okay, and then on solving this, what we will get is equal to minus, as it is, Eg Yos equal to, Pauli have assumed that Yos equal to h cut by 2 sigma. So in place of Yos we have put h cut by 2. So here h cut came and by 2, here is 2 already, so 2 into 2 4 mc, and sigma come from that relation between Yos and sigma. So b dot b as it is before, we have introduced Yos equal to h cut by 2 sigma here, other nothing is different. So is equal to minus Eg h cut, here is sigma and here is b. We have already discussed that the magnetic field in this case is applied along the z direction, so other component of magnetic field would are 0. So this component of Pauli spin matrix along z direction only would come, other term would vanish while doing scalar product with this magnetic field. So in this case sigma dot b would be equal to b sigma z, other same. Okay, we have done that here, minus Eg h cut as it is, sigma dot b sigma z b, other same, since the magnetic field is acting on the z direction. Okay, but in magnitude term we are writing this. This is the charge of an electron, here is minus sign, so to make it plus we have used here absolute sign. Other same, g h cut b sigma z upon 4 mc. This is the expression for Hamiltonian due to magnetic field in case of spin motion or intrinsic. And here we can assume one thing. Okay, here we can assume, in case of what case we have adopted here, in case of spin motion. Okay, now we have found the Hamiltonian. Okay, some portion we have done. Now it remains to find that state. We have consider one state. We will consider one state, intrinsic state. Okay, state of an intrinsic or spin state. We will consider one spin state, and then we will study about the time variation, or at which time where the state would be or what the state would be. For studying that, we have to consider one state function. uh, Generally, while considering the state function for spin motion, we use xi. Okay, xi. In for all cases, for general case, we use wave function as ket psi, but for while considering only spin state, we generally use xi ket. Okay, so now we intend to study the time evolution of Hamiltonian for the spin motion. For that, we use the time dependent Schrodinger equation considering spin degree of freedom. जब हामीले चाहिँ टाइम अनुसार भेराइ हुन्छ भनेर हेऱ्यौँ भने त त्यसको लागि के गर्नु पर्यो भन्दा टाइम डिपेन्डेन्ट Schrodinger equation एप्लाई गर्नु पर्यो. So we have done that here. What is the time dependent Schrodinger equation? I has got del psi by del t equal to H psi or not, but we are considering spin degree of freedom, so this would be like I has got del by del t xi t equal to this. This is the equation of Hamiltonian which we have found in previous slide. Here we can see Eg has got b sigma z divided by 4mc. Eg has got b sigma z upon 4mc. Eg has got b sigma z upon 4mc xi t. Okay, so we arrange this. H cut and H cut both are common, so we can cancel H cut, and this I goes to another side, becomes minus I. That would become in numerator. Here this goes in denominator, but here I to the power 4 equal to 1. So I to the power 4 by I, what would be I cube, and in I cube I square equal to minus 1 and minus 1 I. That would be like this, and we assume something here. What do we assume? Egb divided by 4mc equal to omega. We have assumed this. Here you can see Egb divided by 4mc equal to omega. We have assumed, and sigma z as it is Egb divided by 4mc omega, and I come from this side, and sigma z as it is, and xi t we have considered spin degree of freedom. So in place of wave function, we have introduced wave function considering only the spin degree of freedom. Simply, according to Born, the state should have, what is the general state? One is high state and one is low or up and down state. So the general in the state in general is represented as ket psi equal to c plus t and c minus t. Up state and down state it is assumed always. You have to remember this always. So by applying this in the above equation, what we will get? Xi t d by dt. Xi t means here is this, so c plus t dot there would be, and c minus t dot equal to minus I omega as it is, and this sigma z, this is the component of Pauli spin matrix along z direction, which you can see in my previous video also. What we have found there, the value of sigma z equal to 1 0 0 minus 1. So we have put this value here, 1 0 0 minus 1, and then xi t. In place of xi t, what we can put? C plus t. C minus t is introduced here, so we have put that, other nothing. So while solving this, c plus t dot equal to, here this minus I omega into 1, minus I omega. Okay, minus I omega, and here would be minus into minus, what would be here? Plus I omega. Here would be other 0, and multiply this. On multiplying, we will get minus I omega c plus t. This upside would be minus I omega c plus t, and downside would be c minus t, I omega c minus t. On solving this, we will get this. On again rearranging by while taking this left hand side, right hand side to left hand side, what we will get? C plus t dot, this minus would be plus I omega c plus t equal to 0, and c minus t dot, and this plus would be minus. We have only arranged here. So this equation 3, both are homogeneous because both consist of the term containing c plus c plus, okay, c plus same term they are containing. Means their solution would be simple. So in such case, what we will get the solution? C plus t would be equal to a e to the power minus I omega t, and c minus t would be equal to b e to the power I omega t. Okay, you can see here, since both the equation in third are homogeneous, so the general solution are c plus t equal to a e to the power minus I omega t, and c minus t equal to b e to the power I omega t, where a and b are independent of time. If that equation would be inhomogeneous, then the solution would be a little bit difficult, but we have got the homogeneous equation, so the solution would be easier. In such case, both a and b are independent of time. So after normalizing, we will get the value of both a and b equal to 1 by root 2. Mm. So what we will get, the state we have is xi t equal to c plus t c minus t, and we have found this c plus t equal to a e to the power minus I omega t, and c minus t equal to b e to the power I omega t. So a is also equal to 1 by root 2, b is also equal to 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 come outside, e to the power minus I omega t, e to the power I omega t. Okay, we found the state also. State of spin vector also we can say that, or intrinsic motion, okay, intrinsic spin. This is the state for spin. So at time t equal to 0, if we initially, or we can, that time is never 0. Initially means the time at which we start our reading, that is called 0 time. So while putting t equal to 0, what we will get? Xi t equal to e to the power minus 0, means something power 0 equal to 1, something power 0 equal to 1 by root 2, and this would be the state initially, 1 by root 2 1 1. So we found the state also. At last we can found the state of state of the system also. Okay, so now again we will try to calculate the uh, expectation value of spin vector along x and y component. Okay, now in this portion we will calculate expectation value of spin along x and y direction. Expectation value, this is according to definition. Okay, now we find the expectation value of spin vector along x and y direction. The expectation value means average measurement of a physical quantity, means we are going to find the average value of the spin component along x direction. For that, this is according to definition of expectation value, sxt is equal to xi t bra xi t sx ket xi t. Okay, now according to Pauli, that sx equal to h cut by 2 sigma x, or not. So from here h cut by 2 is constant, so we have brought this outside, xi t as it is, sigma x xi t. Now we will put the value of xi t, bra xi t and ket xi t. Since this bra and ket are Hermitian conjugate, means the transpose of complex conjugate. So we already know the state vector xi t. What we know? This is equal to 1 by root 2 e to the power minus I omega t, e to the power I omega t. So its complex conjugate would be 1 by root 2, as it is real value, so it would be same 1 by root 2, but this while doing transpose, it would become this in this is column vector, so that would be transformed into row vector. And while transforming in complex conjugate, this minus I would be plus and plus would be minus, so that would be different. Okay, e to the power minus I omega t would become e to the power I omega t, and e to the power minus I omega t would become minus I omega t, and this column transform into row. And here is also h cut by 2 before it is, and from here 1 by root 2, from here 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 into 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 into h cut by 2, that would be h cut by 4. Okay, now h cut by 4 as it is, this first matrix we have written as it is. Now multiply this and this, 1 0 into this 0, 1 into this e to the power I omega t, e to the power I omega t, and 1 into e to the power minus I omega t, e to the power minus I omega t, 0, this cancel. So that would be, again if we do this, if we multiply this and this, what we will get? E to the power 2 I omega t plus e to the power minus 2 I omega t, that would be in the form of e to the power x plus e to the power minus x, e to the power ix minus e to the power plus e to the power minus ix. And from here if we will take 2 downside, then that will transform into the form of cos x. Okay, as we know, the cos x equal to e to the power ix plus e to the power minus ix by 2. So on performing that operation here, what we will get? H cut by 2 cos, in both term there would be 2 omega upside 2 omega t, so here would come 2 omega t, h square by 2 cos omega t. This is the expectation value of spin along x direction. Okay, likewise we can find along y direction also. For that, what we have to put here, in place of sx we have to put sy, other all thing is same. And on solving this, likewise we will get h cut by 2, in place of cos there would be sine 2 omega t. You can check that yourself. Similarly, okay, while doing expansion, their downside would be e to the power 2i omega t minus e to the power minus 2i omega t divided by 2i. So in place of that we have to put sine 2 omega t, other everything is same. And in place of this sigma x, you have to put sigma y, and the value of sigma y we have calculated already. How much we have calculated? 0 minus I 0. Okay, on solving that you will surely get that. And then we will square this iv and b and then add in both. What we will get? sxt whole square plus syt whole square equal to h square by 2, h square by 2 common, and sine cos square theta plus sine square theta 1. So this will be h square by 2 whole square, h square by 2 whole square. That is, now we have calculated the expectation value of spin along x and y direction also. Now what remains at last is, now we have to calculate the energy eigenvalue, or how the energy of an electron would be. It will be equal to previous value as in absence of magnetic field, or it will be a little bit different from that. Okay, now our aim is to calculate that. And before that we will calculate the Larmore's frequency, or frequency of precession also, and that would be equal to omega dash would be equal to 2 omega. Okay, the here you can see the frequency of precision is omega dash. For that frequency of precision we have denoted omega dash equal to 2 omega. Generally this Larmore's frequency would be less than equal to 2 omega. Its maximum value is 2 omega. This omega is applied frequency. So we have already assumed this omega. How much we have assumed? EGB divided by 4mc. Here before we have assumed. Okay, here omega, here we have assumed EGB divided by 4mc. So 2 omega means 2 and 2 would cancel. Here would be 2 absolute of EGB divided by 2mc. That is Larmor frequency of precision, EGB divided by 2mc, EGB divided by 2mc. Okay, Now at last we will determine the energy eigenvalue, how the energy will behave in presence of magnetic field. So for that we will use time independent Schrodinger equation, or SI equal to SI. Okay, and we have already determined the value of Hamiltonian due to the presence of magnetic field. In this case we will denote, before we have represented this mu l by mu l and mu s, but we will for a general purpose we will write mu b now. Okay, minus mu b sigma z, and this is state vector. State vector we have found the value a e to the power minus I omega t, b e to the power minus I omega t, a e to the power minus I omega t, b e to the power minus I omega t, and for both a and b we have found the value 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, so we can cancel that also. But if we put this also and solve, that would also no matter. But in this case mu b equal to how much? E h cut divided by 4mc. Okay, how you can check this? E h cut divided by 4mc b sigma z means how much that should be equal to? This should be equal to mu l b, or not? So what was the value of mu l? Mu l or mu s, or not? Mu s, you can write here g also. If you write g also here, that would also be not mistake. You can check this yourself. If there would be any sort of confusion, you can ask me in comment section. Okay, minus, and then we will put the value of this sigma z. This is the component of Pauli spin matrix along z direction. How much we have found this? Before we have found 1 0 0 minus 1, or not? So we put its value here 1 0 0 minus 1. Other everything is same, and then we will multiply by this minus mu b, this and this multiply 1 into this 0 into this 0, so this only a e to the power minus I omega t, a e to the power minus I omega t, 0 into this 0 minus into b to the power I omega t, b to the power I omega t, other same. In comparing this should be, this is what this state, this is off state, or not? This will represent off state, and this is also off state. So in case of off state, what would be, on comparing directly, what we will find? Minus mu b equal to E, or not? For that we will represent by E plus off state energy eigenvalue. For that we will represent by E plus, and its value is equal to minus mu b. And likewise this will represent the down state, this also represent down state. Here is minus and here also minus, so minus into minus plus mu b plus mu b b e to the power I omega t, here is E b e to the power I omega t, b e to the power I omega t common, and what would be the value of E? The value of E in this case would be plus mu b plus mu b, but this is the energy eigenvalue for down state, so we represent this by minus E minus equal to plus mu b. That is different. Okay, for off state energy eigenvalue is minus, and for down state energy eigenvalue is plus. Okay, from this expression, from this last expression, what we found? We found that in presence of magnetic field, the energy state is also get splitted into two components, or not? From this expression we can see that the energy level are shifted due to magnetic field. Okay, this much for today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel.